Everyone, thank you for being here today. Let me start with a truth that might shake you. If you wake up every morning just to earn a paycheck, you're selling yourself short. You weren't born just to work, pay bills, and die. You were born to build, to create, to lead, to leave something behind that's bigger than you. Many people spend their lives chasing a paycheck, believing that money is the ultimate reward for their hard work. While financial security is undeniably important, it often becomes a trap, one that leads to burnout, emptiness, and a nagging feeling that something is missing. The truth is, money can buy comfort, but it can't buy purpose. It can ease your stress temporarily, but it can't give your life lasting meaning. Fulfillment comes not from the number in your bank account, but from knowing that what you do matters. Purpose is what gets you out of bed in the morning with energy and intention. It's the difference between merely surviving and truly living. When you are working just for money, your focus narrows. You may find yourself stuck in a job you don't care about, just because it pays well. Over time, the paycheck stops feeling like a reward and starts feeling like a chain. You begin to count the days, not because you're excited about what you're building, but because you're waiting for the weekend or the next break. You might achieve financial goals, but you'll often feel a void, because deep down we all want our lives to matter, we want to contribute, we want to grow. On the other hand, when you're working with a sense of purpose, when you know that your efforts are contributing to something bigger than yourself, every task, every challenge, and even every failure takes on new meaning. Suddenly, you're not just working for a paycheck, you're working for impact, you're building something, you're helping someone, you're improving the world in your own way. That sense of meaning fuels resilience. It gives you the strength to keep going when things get tough, not because you're afraid of losing your income, but because you care about the outcome. Purpose also breeds creativity. When you care deeply about something, you naturally want to innovate, to improve, to grow. You become more invested in your work, more engaged with your team, and more connected to your goals. And ironically, when you focus on purpose rather than money, money often follows. That's because people are drawn to passion. They're drawn to authenticity, to mission-driven work, to products and services that solve real problems. So, while money might start the journey, it can't sustain it. If you want to feel alive, if you want to leave a mark, you must go deeper. Find the reason why your work matters. Connect your efforts to a bigger picture. Let your actions be guided by purpose, not just profit. Because when you look back on your life, it won't be the paychecks you remember. It will be the impact you made, the people you helped, and the meaning behind it all. That's the real reward. In a world obsessed with quick money and instant success, it's easy to believe that chasing wealth directly is the best path to financial security. But in reality, the most sustainable and impactful way to build wealth is by focusing on creating genuine value. When you shift your mindset from "how can I make money" to "how can I solve a problem or serve someone better," you tap into the real engine of long-term success. Value creation is the foundation of every great business, invention, and career. It's not about selling more, it's about offering more. When you create something that improves people's lives, solves a real problem, or fulfills a true need, people will naturally want to support you. They will pay for products or services that make their lives easier, better, or more meaningful. Think about the companies and individuals who have built wealth over time: tech innovators, content creators, entrepreneurs, educators, and service providers. Most of them didn't start by asking, "How can I get rich?" Instead, they asked, "What's missing in the world, and how can I help fill that gap?" This principle applies at every level. Whether you're an entrepreneur launching a new startup or an employee within a company, your value determines your financial outcome. The more problems you solve, the more ideas you contribute, and the more responsibility you're willing to take on, the more indispensable you become. People pay for results, not effort, so if you focus on outcomes, on creating real, lasting value, money becomes a natural consequence, not the main goal. Another powerful aspect of value creation is trust. When people recognize that your focus is on helping them, not just profiting from them, they're more likely to support you, refer you, and remain loyal. That kind of relationship is far more powerful and enduring than one built on price or convenience alone. Trust is a form of currency, and it's earned by consistently delivering value over time. Ironically, the people who chase money directly often struggle the most with building wealth. They cut corners, they look for shortcuts, and they overlook the long-term benefits of building something meaningful. But those who focus on value, on crafting something excellent, solving real problems, and improving the lives of others, often find that wealth begins to show up in unexpected ways. Opportunities find them, their work spreads, their reputation grows, and eventually the income follows. This isn't about working for free or ignoring your financial needs. It's about understanding that money is not the root, it's the fruit. When you build your career or business around service, quality, and genuine impact, wealth becomes a natural byproduct. It's not a race to the top, but a steady climb fueled by the value you bring to others. So if you want to attract wealth, stop chasing it. Start creating value instead. That's where the real rewards live. Income is important. It pays the bills, supports your family, and allows you to enjoy life's comforts. But income is temporary. It's spent, taxed, saved, and eventually disappears. Legacy, on the other hand, is something that endures. It's what remains long after the paychecks stop coming. It's the impact you leave on people, on your community, on your industry, or even on the world. While income provides for today, legacy shapes tomorrow, and those who focus only on making money often miss the opportunity to build something that truly lasts. When you think about the people who have made the greatest difference in your life, whether they're historical figures, leaders, teachers, or mentors, it's not their income you remember, it's what they stood for. It's what they gave, it's what they built or changed. Their values, their actions, and their contributions form the legacy they left behind, and that legacy continues to influence, inspire, and uplift others long after they're gone. Building a legacy doesn't mean you have to change the entire world. It means you choose to live and work in a way that leaves things better than you found them. It could be the business you started that continues to employ people and serve customers. It could be the art you created that touches hearts. It could be the students you mentored who now lead with confidence, or the family you raised with love, values, and strength. These are all forms of legacy, and they carry more weight than any paycheck ever will. In today's fast-paced, success-driven culture, it's easy to get caught up in short-term goals, promotions, bonuses, profit margins. These things feel urgent, and they do matter. But if they become your only focus, you risk building a life that's financially rich but spiritually and emotionally poor. You may have wealth, but without purpose, it can feel hollow. Legacy gives your work and your life a deeper dimension. It reminds you that your time, talents, and resources can be used for something greater than yourself. Creating a legacy requires intention. It means asking deeper questions. What do I want to be remembered for? Who am I helping? What am I building that will outlive me? The answers to those questions can guide your actions and priorities in a way that money alone never will. When you lead with those answers, you create something that echoes beyond your lifetime. And here's the irony: the people who focus on building a meaningful legacy often achieve financial success as well. But they do so with purpose, with clarity, and with heart. Their income becomes a tool for impact, not just a symbol of status. So yes, earn your income, provide for your needs, but don't stop there. Think beyond today. Build beyond yourself. Because in the end, it's not the size of your paycheck that people will remember, it's the size of your contribution. And that, more than anything else, is what truly lasts. Comfort is appealing. It's familiar, safe, and easy. It's the place where things go smoothly, where routines are predictable, and where risks are minimal. But comfort is also where dreams go to die. Growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. It happens in the stretch, in the challenge, in the unknown. If you want to grow into the person you're meant to be or build something meaningful, you have to trade comfort for vision. Vision is what pulls you forward when everything in you wants to stay still. It's what gives direction, meaning, and energy to your efforts. Without vision, you settle. With vision, you expand. People often choose comfort over vision without even realizing it. They stay in jobs they've outgrown, stick with routines that no longer inspire them, or keep their ideas and passions on the back burner because stepping out feels risky, but growth requires discomfort. It demands change, challenge, and sometimes even failure. The path to something greater almost always runs through difficulty. That's not a flaw, it's the process. Trees grow taller by breaking through the soil. Muscles grow stronger through resistance, and people grow by stepping into the unfamiliar. Vision, by contrast, is not bound by what's comfortable. It's about seeing something better, something bigger, and being willing to go after it even when the road is uncertain. Vision forces you to think long-term. It asks you to act boldly. It dares you to believe that what could be is more important than what is. When you have a clear vision, it becomes a powerful motivator. It pushes you beyond your limits, forces you to learn new skills, face fears, and develop resilience. Growth is not just about achieving goals, it's about becoming someone new in the process. That transformation doesn't happen inside your comfort zone. Take any successful person or movement in history, and you'll find a powerful vision behind it. You'll also find discomfort, rejection, obstacles, doubt, and fear. But they pressed on not because it was easy, but because the vision was worth it. Comfort may keep you safe, but it never changes the world. Vision does. In your own life, ask yourself, am I growing or am I settling? Am I living by design or drifting by default? If you want to reach your potential, personally, professionally, spiritually, you must be willing to get uncomfortable, say yes to opportunities that scare you, start the project that's been on your mind. Speak up when it matters. Make the decision that aligns with your vision, even if it means letting go of temporary ease. Growth is a choice, and so is comfort. You can't have both. One will keep you where you are, and the other will take you where you want to be. So choose vision. Chase something that demands more of you, because the greatest version of you is not found in the easy, familiar spaces. It's discovered on the edge of what's possible. That's where real growth begins.